Morning all, here we are Wednesday morning, the something of March, 6th or 7th or something like that, I think, Steve. Here we are coming up the big hill, and after 5 weeks of heading down to California and only getting messed up on the last trip, I've decided it's time to turn left when we got down to Seattle. And we're heading over to Virginia, West Virginia. And yeah, going up over the hill. Luckily the weather's going to be alright today. I'm nearly at the top of the hill now at the peak, so it's we're going to get over without having to sling chains and stuff like that. 4th of July, lookout pass, as long as I kick it on today. I've got three pickups, over in Eastern Washington. I did, which is a bit of a shit, I had a load to take me down to Seattle, which was going to pay $700, and then this is paying 6,500 coming across, which would have made it nice, you know, I'd have been up in the 190s a mile. But the $700 one down to Seattle got cancelled, which is a bit of a shit. So that's put me quite back a bit. But I'm working on, you know, once I get down to Virginia, it's going to run me down to Florida, because we've been getting flowers coming out of Florida again. So hopefully the flowers pay really well coming out of Florida. They pay like 9, so that'll bring it up. As long as I can get at least 2,400 from Virginia, West Virginia, down to Florida, then we're making money. Where are you going, brother? Okay, a little bit of wandery there. And then I'm alright, so it all banks on what we can get going down to Florida, really, whether we're going to make money or not. It's all a big gamble, isn't it? Or come straight home, or, you know, there's lots of options. It would be nice to run down to Florida if it's guaranteed a load coming straight back, but if not, I just need to go where the money is right now. I've got a new trailer on, which is I'm not happy with. The ABS is rattling there, keeps flicking on and off. Again, we just sorted that one off before on the truck, but now we've got a little bit of a problem. I'm hoping it's just the plug, because it's when I go over a bump it comes on. So I'm gonna jiggly pokery about with that and see if we can get that to stop when I stop for a coffee up here. Look, we've got the new seats in. Oh my god, I love these seats. Check these seats. Seriously, these are the legacy seats. They are so comfy. The only thing I'm a little bit disappointed, I'm whinging out, I shouldn't be, is they don't go down as low as the other seats, so you're a little bit higher up. But, man, you know, I've mentioned before, driving this truck is like driving a big car, basically. Well, now I've got the nice seats, it's like driving a big car in an armchair. That's 2 armrests as well. It's a win-win from me, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'm well happy with them. The problem with the other seats is, I don't think they'd even work for a taller person either. It bulged out at the back there, so your body wasn't actually touching all the seat or anything. Oh, the only part was the middle of your back, and that was it. Nothing on your shoulders or anything like that. Whereas this goes to the total contour of your whole back. It's brilliant. And I think they're bloody dangerous, them Peterbilt seats, because if you end up in an accident with whiplash, your head would go that far back. You are guaranteed to be getting whiplash right there. So, hey-ho, we're glad they're out, and we've got the nice seats in. They're a good-looking seat as well. They seem to be a little bit narrower. They haven't got the damping like in the Freightliner, which you could alter the damping so you could bounce different. This is either up a level, down a level, or whatever, and it's the bouncing, but it does seem a lot softer what the old ones were. It's getting better, actually. I didn't realise. Obviously, with them being under the flood and everything, maybe things got a bit cogged up, but yeah, we're bouncing a little bit better now. So that's me over Mountain. We've got a few pickups over here and what have you. It's about 3,000 miles. It's one I've done before to West Virginia. You've seen it. It's oh god, what's the supermarket? Kroger. Delivering to Kroger. Nice little town. Nice little drop. It's they're not too long with you and things like that. I know me pickups over here. I called them up yesterday. Bit of an advice, taking a leave of bollocks to you if you don't want to take it. Call up when you get your dispatch, send you your details and everything and what have you. Get the phone numbers, give them all a call, give them have your reference numbers ready, all that malarkey, and tell them that you're coming in tomorrow. What time will it be ready? Is it worth setting off? You know, there's no point in me coming over the top of this mountain if, let's say right lane, the left lane was closed. I'm not paying attention, am I? Go back over here. Not a lot of traffic about. Left lane. Don't mean left from me right, do I? Yeah, get all your stuff in order when you call them up and give them your reference numbers. So otherwise, you know, it's not worth setting off early to come over the mountain because I've run over empty just to sit outside of a shippy, you know. I got up at 5 o'clock, had a shower, and then jumped in the truck and came over. I'll still be over here. It's 200 and something miles, so I can run agricultural as well from home, straight to, because Wenatchee is my last drop. That's within the 150 air miles, so I aren't losing any time today at all. The river, the lake is finally frozen over. I can't believe it hadn't frozen over all winter here. The big lake, Snoqualmie Lake. That one. Yeah, it's taken ages to freeze. Weird this year. It's been a lot warmer, but they have had a shit record amount of snow. It was closed down for.
Give me a second while I'm on the phone. Hold on.
It was 90 hours. It was closed. The beginning of January. 90 hours. This mountain. It's a long time, because these are some of the best of the best, I always say, for keeping it open down here. That is unbelievable. That really is. And you've got it snookered, because if this is closed, Stevens Pass, the next one north of here, that'll be guaranteed to be closed, because that's like single track going up over there. And so if you want to get over like where we live or anything like that, or into Seattle, and you're at the other side, you've got a long trail to get around. You've got to go all the way back to Eastern Washington, drop down to get over the big wet river, whichever one it is, Columbia or whatever you call it, I forget the one now, and then run into Portland and then come back up the I-5. That's quite a way around. It's not so bad if you're coming up the way from Texas or wherever, from Oregon. If you're coming up north through there, you can just branch off, and it's 85 mile out, that's all. But otherwise, if you're coming right across the 90, it's quite a bit out, east to west basically. So that's all we have for you now at the moment. Fingers crossed I'll find out if we can get a nice load to get me down to Florida, and that'll be a nice rounder. That'll work out that I'm running, if I can get 2.4, if the company can get 2.4, then less my 20 down to Florida. That'll mean that I'm running up. It's not the best, but you know, it won't be the best money, but it'll be 192 a mile. And you've also got to remember, 192 a mile compared to doing, say, California at 198 or $2 a mile is about the same equivalent, because you're doing more miles doing the Florida and back. You aren't doing just 2,500 miles. And you've got to remember as well, each day the truck is still needing to be paid for on the lease. So the less miles, you know, the more miles you do, obviously the more money you get, equivalents to that basically, I'm trying to say. So you can take a little bit of a hit down because you're getting more miles, but you are working more for it. So it swings and roundabouts. Hey ho, I'm happy, I'm in me chair. I'm the kiddie, eh? And what's it matter whether I'm making money, owner operator, aye? Big old dangly swinging there. Fucking 100% tax write-off. Well, I thought I felt that go a little bit. We got this horrible temperature. I'm down at 31. I just come round the bend there and we had a front end slide across. This is shitty, you know. You think just a little bit like that, everything's happy, you know, and go along. And I thought, oh, I didn't like that. That felt a bit weird. I get a little twitch and what have you. Yeah, give a twitch on the front end, which transferred to a twitch on my ass. I'll tell you. Don't want to be messing up the new seats, do we? Bloody weather. This, like I say, this kind of temperature's horrible. We ain't got the snow down on the ground. This can easily catch people out. You know what I mean? A lot of car drivers and stuff like that. It looks dry to them. Well, a lot of people, even me. Look, you know, I just sort of caught us out there. You look at it, you think it's nice, and then, oof, fuck. Doesn't take a lot, and you're going to be in that dike, and it's going to cost you money. Plus, it's going to be really depressing and embarrassing if you're sat in the side. So tiptoe along, regardless. We'll get there in 10, that's for sure. Soon be out of winter, won't it? What are we on? March the 8th today. So what do we got? Surely I've mentioned before, I've slung chains in May of a Snoqualmie. Beginning of May. So we've still got maybe a couple of months left of it, but it should start easing off. You know, I'm hoping we've got through the worst of it, but it is forecast a shitload towards the weekend over here, so we'll see. I'll be away from that by then, obviously. Things are going poop, guys. Things are going poop. It's not good, you know. Got me 2 loads on nice and quickly, but I've developed a hissing when it's not meant to hiss. So we've got a hiss that we don't need a hiss. When you put these a valve or something sticking, when you put the parking brake on, under the bonnet, under the hood, it goes psh for a bit. So we've got psh in when we don't want psh in. And I don't even know where I'm going. And Winatch, yeah, up that way. And also we've got, so I'm in Peterbilt at the moment. They said they can look at it tomorrow. Ain't gonna happen. You know, it's all right having all these great warranties and shit like that, innit? And you can have a look at it tomorrow. Okay, I'll just wait. I'll just fucking wait. So we'll let it develop. It's one of them, you know what I mean? I've told them it hisses. It doesn't hiss when it's on the foot brake. It's only on the parking brake. So I ain't overly worried about it. Oh, and I've got a bing bong that's bing bonging when it shouldn't bing bong. Fucking bing bong. ABS sensor. You know how we like those ABS sensors? ABS sensors gone out on the trailer. So it's sensing that the wheel's skidding or shit like that. No, the sensor's fucking broke. So it's going bing bang. It's worse than the foot brake one. It's fucking worse. So I'm going to rummage about later when I get my load on and see if I can disconnect the ABS. Fuck that, I can't be doing with that. Anyway, we're going forward. That's my steering wheel that I ordered isn't here still. So that's all the 3 things, isn't it? It's got to get better. Alright, I was getting really busy with my beeping, so I rang Casey up and had a bitch fit about the beeping, the ABS thing. It didn't really solve anything, but made me feel better. But when you're looking at things like this, to be serious, it can beep all it fucking likes. Well, it can't. It is annoying, but look at that for scenery. When I'm looking out at shit like that, you think to yourself, you know, there's always worse days, you know, it could be worse, couldn't it? It's only a bit of a beeping. Eventually, mind of a matter, I will probably not hear that. The beeping. By the time I get 2,000 miles in or so, it might have gone away a little bit, but in this beautiful over eastern Washington. The whole of Washington is beautiful. It's the best state going. It really is. Not far now, last pickup, and we're well in time, so I will get them all on today, so there's a bonus in it. Absolutely brilliant. Rumbling along. We drop down to the reservoir in a minute. Down there, it's really brief. And the beeping stopped for a little bit. Maybe shouldn't have said anything. Seems to be coming in in waves. I know when there's a problem with the ABS on the Freightliner, and there always has been. You can change that ABS sensor. It's the back right hand wheel. Change it all the time. It's not that, there's something else, but nobody will believe me. They went in backwards and forwards into Freightliner and they could never work it out. All they do is change the sensor, and it never solved it, so I give up in the end. It did it more when the weather was cold. In summer, it'd never do it. As soon as the weather turned cold, it'd do it more. I found that's what's going on here with the trailer. As soon as that sensor gets cold, or you need it, like in the bad weather, it starts playing up. But even when the ABS light's on, the ABS is still working because I jumped on the brakes and it was on and off, so, you know, it isn't really a biggie. Cool, this is cool as you drop down to the reservoir here. Really nice. I'm not sure, I think is it 90% or all of our energy comes from hydro power in Washington State. In fact, we have that much energy we produce, we actually sell it to the Canadians. Yeah, have some of our energy. There you go. Fact. And that was a Stephanie fact, she told me that one, so that will be true. It won't be a Vernon maybe fact. I've had a whole minute with no beeping. I'm getting a bit, why aren't we beeping now? It's just like, come on, what's wrong with you? Like I say, things could be worse. It could be a buzzer, couldn't it? Now that would be insane. That a buzzer, I had an MAN doing that on me. That was bad. Oh. Look at the snow up on the mountains. That can stay up there. Looks very pretty. I hope all the bays aren't booked up. Wonder if they'll have one free for me. Good God, where is everybody? This is quiet. Oh, heck, hopefully this should be alright. Fingers crossed. I'll show you my hissing noise when I get on the bay. So listen, this is what we've got going on as well as everything else. We got a hissy hiss where we shouldn't have a hissy hiss. Yeah. There's the hissy hiss. Yeah. There's the hissy hiss. No hissy hiss, hissy hiss. Ugh. Fucking greasy. There's no pipe on that. The plot thickens. Hissy hiss? No hissy hiss. I'm a mechanic. I'm a genius. I'm not a genius. I have solved the problem if I can drive with my finger in there. But, maybe if I stick a thing in there. Yeah, I'll try sticking a thing in. Loaded in record time. Good God, that didn't take them long at all. Straight in. by the time I'd poked about me hissy thing, me tissy thing, it was already loaded. Only a couple of parts on. Luckily, I aren't right to the back door and fully loaded, so I'm just, there's a scale here, which I love loading at this one last place, because got a scale and everything on site, absolutely brilliant. Look at that view as well. And if you are running late, they'll let you park overnight in here, which is really cool. Good. Yeah, so we'll just weigh up. Yeah, because if it would have been heavy, we'd have been up shit creek without a paddle, because my fucking axles won't move either on this trailer. Loving this trailer. Dumb schoolboy error, I should have checked in the yard. I just grabbed it and went, didn't I? So, you know, it's a bit of my own fault, really. Which, yeah, it's not in bad condition, you know, there's no dings down the side or anything like that, so all in all, it's, but it's just issue with the ping pong. Front end's good. I'm gonna say 11 something or other. I know I'm gonna be right, to be fair. Remember 34 is the thing. Oh, easy peasy lemon. Have a look. I know that's going to be easy under. Oh yes, fuel saver. We're running good. Can you see that? Can you see? Yes, you can. There you go. So happy days. Let's go get a bit of paperwork and get out. It's just going to be a bit of a problem if with my reload. I can't. I'm slightly too far forward to run any further back, so we have to load everything onto the front, if anything. We'll see, we'll work it out. Pretty cool, really. Come up, got up at 4 o'clock this morning and it started to snow at the bottom of the mountains. So I went back to bed, got up at 7 and everything's hunky-dory. This is me over the top of Lookout Pass. So I've only got the bit of Rockies and that'll be alright. And then it should be okay, but it's forecast shitty a bit further over past and tomorrow and the day after. We'll worry about that then. Look at this, absolutely grand. There doesn't seem a great lot of snow up here, really, to be fair. This is just coming into Montana. Beautiful Montana. Wild Montana. What do they call it? The Big Sky. Got quite a big downhill now. Yeah. I am surprised. This was all snowed. This has been snowed up quite a lot just lately. I mean, they've had some horrendous weather on here. You wouldn't look like it they have though, what are you looking at it? Strange. But it is forecast to come a load there tomorrow and the day after. It's going to start dumping down again. Is somebody going to go have some fun? Or had some fun? Well, I've had fun, haven't I, for the last just over a month, I think it was, doing Californias and back, one a week, which was nice, but I'd miss coming out through Montana. Now the bad weather's gone, hopefully. I've been a bit of a wimp this year, haven't I? I've been very lucky though. But this is absolutely stunning. You forget, and it's the lack of traffic. When you're running up that I-5 corridor all the time, up and down, there is a little bit of a let-up when you're going over the mountains and stuff like that, but not a great lot at all compared to once you get out here, get out east and what have you. And it's and it just we'll get through Missoula and we'll get a bit of traffic through there, and then as you get further on, obviously South Dakota and all that, it gets less and less the traffic until you get right over and start to join the 29 and drop down into Iowa, Interstate 29, and then we'll pick up the traffic a bit then, and then into obviously get further down and we go. Which way do we? I don't know which way I'm going yet, actually, to be fair. When I get over there, there's a couple of options. We might go Nashville, we might not. It's entirely up to me. The choice is mine. But seriously, this is absolutely amazing ride. I don't think they've had much snow compared to other years. They have had a lot when it's dumped all of a sudden quickly and shit like that, you know what I mean? And it's caused quite a bit of havoc on the passes, but overall quantity, I think they've had less than other years. Well, it looks like that to me. And it is March now. We're hoping we are out of the worst of it. Don't count your chickens before the hatch, sort of thing, though. But it'll be what it'll be, won't it? At the moment, let's take full advantage and hammer down. This is, yeah, like I say, a beautiful drive. It isn't that warm out there. It's hovering around the freezing. So but in the sun, it's going to obviously be a lot warmer. My bing bong's still bing bonging, but it's not bing bonging as much as bing bonging. So I'm starting to get used to the bing bonging. When it doesn't bing bong, I'm like waiting for it to like, why haven't you bing bonged? I know. I either spend 3 hours getting somebody to look at it to tell me they can't actually fix it, or just suck it up, buttercup. I think it'll be suck it up, buttercup. Ain't got time for that shit. Cut that. I'm stopping in a little rest area just to pay for some breakfast. I like to get a couple of hours or 3 hours under my belt first thing in the morning, shoot out, and then stop and have breakfast, breaks up the day. Gotta be hard living out here in winter though. Like I say, now we're coming to the back end of winter, but during the December, January, February, it's super cold and super evil, man. But you get the big sky. See what I mean by the big sky? And you're following this river all the way along. It's nice. There's the morning kills. What do we got? Only two? What would we call him? The carcass carrier, the death truck comes along every morning and picks up all the carcasses, all the evening's roadkill. We got a couple today on that little patch. Obviously they're not moving at the moment, but when they're migrating or moving for the different weathers and seasons, there'll be a lot more roadkills along this road, a hell of a lot more. But at the moment there'll be deer and your elk and all that shit will be just happy exactly where they are at the moment. They won't be moving for a bit, which makes it a little bit safer on the road and safer for them. Montana definitely has some of the best rest areas out there. This on the left hand side, on the right hand side, you see all that, that's all camping in the trees as well. So you can just rock up and go and camp there as you're travelling through. You wouldn't be long stay camping there, you'd be just on stop to go through and stuff like that. Absolutely brilliant. Really pretty. You won't get a shower on these campsites or anything like that. It's just basically rural. There you are, you got your bathrooms here, your toilets rather, and that's it. No bathroom. They call it a bathroom for some sat. Let's get into that one. The bathroom is, you do not ask for the bathroom. It is the toilet you want to use. Why would you want to use a bathroom? There's no bath in the goddamn place. It's the toilet. But no, for some reason, Americans say, can I use the bathroom, please? Well, that's the way it is. Oh, here we go. Yakima Chrome Shop. Don't tell the wife he's on the phone. Oops. That's not looking good. Matey here has got a brake or something stinking. It smells like rubber. Yeah, look at his toe. Doesn't smell like brakes. Smells like burning up clutch. Bright blue Freightliner down the bottom of the hill here, going eastbound. You can't wait. Obviously not! Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? Ooh, that does smell weird. And down we go. That's the last of the mountains, so no chaining up. We're all on flat now. But I have been known to chain up as you go on the 212. As you get on the little mountains there, if there's too much traffic on it and everybody snarls up and still like that a couple of times, I've changed that, but hopefully not, because the weather's looking pretty good. So I'm very happy with this. We're flat to the map. Friday practice. Train chasing, here we go. I ain't counting the carriages because it's probably going to be a mile long. These are empty coal carriages. See if we can find the front. Well, it's obviously going to be at the front, isn't it? It's not as though it's going to be anywhere else, so it's inevitable. Oh, look, he's cheating, he's going off. Come on, come back. Incredible. Amazes me how the price of I'm thinking about that earlier. I have too much time on my hand. I'm thinking how much it costs to build a railway line and run a railway line. Absolute fortune. The sleepers, I was looking at the sleepers, there was a lot of, you know, the railway sleepers. There were, oh, what the hell was that? That looked icky at the side of the road. Replacing them, they only last about 10 years to the sleepers, and then they have to redo them. Those sleepers, second hand, are about $30. So let's say they're, I don't know, 25. So say they get them for, because they're buying a lot of them. Say they get them for $30 each. Anyway, Jesus Christ, think of the money there that goes in, and the manpower, the labouring to put them in, and then there's the steel, obviously the rails on top. Jesus, it amazes me when I start to add any businesses up or things like that, and you think, well, how does that pay? How is that liable? How is it feasible? It just doesn't add up. It's like driving a truck, really, you know, and being an owner-operator. Seems like a really good thing at first, and then when you actually do it, you think, well, hang on a minute, this doesn't really work. Apparently, so I've just, our accountant, bless her, Kim, she's just sent me a message saying, because I didn't have enough work, this is a real annoying thing. Obviously it's nothing to do with Anchor, it's not their fault or anything like that. But, there he is. No, no. Yeah, because I didn't put enough potatoes on, their scale at the farm wasn't very good, it wasn't working properly. So it worked out I was about 2 ton under on my weigh off. But when I weighed off, that's what it says on the paper, but when I weighed off actually at the farm, I was only about a ton off. I was 77,400, yeah? So, 77, yeah, I'm just over a ton, that's all. So, the discrepancy is they might not pay me the 2,800, they might pay me less because I didn't go on the full bulk. Which you think, hang on a minute, that's my fault. The farm was quite happy to send me with that amount. They'll get paid for what they sent, but because I didn't put the full load on or whatever, which nobody said about, they said just go, basically, which the weights were right on their silly scale. It comes down to me that loses out, and there's absolutely jack shit you can do about it. Fuck all. It's basically say, we're going to pay you this because we've decided. We don't want to take it out on anybody else because we've got your check to pay you anyway, so you're easy prey, so basically bollocks to you. We're going to take money off you. If you don't like it, do a hole for us again. Oh. Okay. Oh, as well, it used to be $3,000 did those load of potatoes going down with loose bulk potatoes loose in the back. Now it's dropped to 28,000 for bizarre reason. Why is that then? Oh, it just has. Okay. That's nice to know. So there again, the haulage company just loses out 200 bucks. Move, go. But fuel prices have come down a little bit. Not enough to lose 200 bucks over what was it, 1,200 miles. That's for sure. Which is really weird because the backhauls haven't come down, thankfully. But do they go up? Do they bollocks? No, they don't go up. Owner operator me though. You want to see when I walk through that car park? Billy Big Balls. That's what it's all about. Owner operator. Sat in my leather seats. I know the GoPro isn't the best filming on a night, so I don't know if you'll pick that up, but the moon looks super pretty out there. Just coming up. I'm nearly done for the night. It is down at -16. So it's pretty chilly out there. I always think anything from minus 10 on up to -24, 25, whatever feels the same. Seems bloody cold, basically. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. I'm stopping in a minute. I got stopped on the weigh scale and had an inspection and stuff like that, so all good. We'll tell you about that more tomorrow. Yes, more in depth tomorrow about the stop. It was a bit of my own fault. I hadn't put stickers for the IFTA on the side. So there we go. We're just coming into the town. I'm going out and going. This is just off the Indian Grill reservation. I'll be going into the pub there, local pub that I go in. You've seen the videos before where I go in there. Got bloody good pizza, so that'll be on the agenda. Shoot a game of pool or two, and early night we'll have to get that bunkie heater cranked up the night heater. That's for sure. Oh, freezing weather, but it's nice and dry. So happy days. That's all that counts, innit? You know what I mean? Nice and dry. She's looking a bit bleak out there. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Looking a little bleak out there. I'm just about to come out of Montana into Wyoming. The wind is really picking up. It got really cold last night. It got down to about -16, something like that. So we have, I will show you when we stop, I have made a blanket, well, put some cardboard basically at the front of my radiator to try and keep some warmth into the engine, because the cold really hammers the fuel consumption. It really is, drops it right down. So hopefully we're a bit of cardboard at the front, the temperature's running a bit higher, we might get better fuel miles, hopefully. It's too cold at the moment. It's 17 Fahrenheit, what's that, -6, 7, something like that. So hopefully it isn't going to snow, but as you can see, we've got quite a bit of wind picked up, and we've got drifting, which is whipping it all up. But there isn't enough on the fields and that to really be worrying about it coming straight across the road and causing me a big snow drift. Famous last words. Just keep the eyes peeled, that's the main. Very quiet today on the road. This road is usually quiet anyway, but it's extra quiet for a Friday, which is weird. There is a snowstorm up on the night. Up on the oh, she's getting blue, isn't it? This is a bit of a climb up here before we start to drop down again, so hopefully when we get down the other side it won't be too bad. Yeah, there's a bit of a snow. I should have said about drifting right across the road, should I? Oh, up on the 90 when I get back across the other side of Rapid City. What have you? Peekaboo, there's somebody. You're clear of this after about 2 miles on your front door there, but westbound. Come down here in some horrendous weather before. Really, really bad. I drove down here one night, no word of a lie. I've got it on video somewhere. It's one of the beginning ones, I think. I had it on my phone. I had to drive on the opposite side of the road, basically from leaving Brodders. I shouldn't have left Brodders. I left Brodders like an idiot one night, thinking it was all nice there. It was about 10, 11 o'clock at night. And I got just out of the town and it came down hard and it started blowing, and there was just drifts right across here. You couldn't drive on the right hand side on my side because the drifts were that high, so I was driving on the opposite side. I saw one car in about 100 miles, one truck, sorry, about 100 miles on it. You can't stop when you get out there like this because you don't pull off because you're going to get stuck, so you just have to keep going. It was not the brightest of moves, that one. Let's go uphill. Well, the shit's really at the fan now, and I did open my big mouth, didn't I? Good God, Vernon. Clip road's dry though. That's the main, isn't it? It's like watching the tide. It's very mesmerising. Over there. Never seen anything like this in Europe until I came over here. I suppose you'll get it in Denmark and all the northern when it gets really cold up there, because it's super cold. Obviously, all the moisture comes out of the snow, so this is just a rolling about powder. Luckily, it doesn't stick. Like being on the ocean, isn't it? All of a sudden, ship ahoy! Coming through. Big truck. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Looking a bit brighter, isn't it? There's a truck coming at me. I was only thinking they haven't had much. I was talking in the bar last night to the peoples, and they said they've had not a hefty amount of snow this year across here, but they've had a couple of where it's come down really hard on them. And they had a couple of days of shut down the whole 212 was closed for a couple of days each time, 1.5 days, and a couple of days the other time. So it's normal. Weather into this beautiful day, but look, Dad just come round the corner and take a look at that. This storm isn't coming up on my radar, so that shouldn't be there. My radar's dumb. Radar's dumb because it obviously is there, isn't it? It's not looking too good in the for the front door, is it? I was just looking at that before I come around the corner. I was thinking, oh, this is nice. Looking at the radar, yeah, absolutely. So brilliant all the way across. Today should be a good day, and maybe not. Maybe we'll just catch this side of it. What's going on? What are you waiting for on the brake for? This is something I haven't seen. Do you want to stop and have a cup of tea with him on the hard shoulder? Dear me. Sturges, not stopping today, not time for that. Look at that dodgy outside lane there. That was sheer ice right out there. That could be so naughty. Twitchy bum if you get on that. It's a good old Sturges. Oh, it is a good night down there. Grand little town. Any time of the year it's good to go down there. It's nice. Nice people. Hog Heaven on your right hand side at the back of the motocross course. That's where the alley campground is, and then you've got the kickstart one up here, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah, I think we've missed it. Look, it's over there. Happy days. Daunting at first. Well, let me tell you, I thought we were going to be out of that. This is shitty, is this? This is really slippy as well. Fucking horrible. And we're at a horrible temperature. It's 22 to 24 Fahrenheit. What's that about? -5, -6. So it's not cold enough to, well, you can see the slush. So it makes it really slippy. If it drops a lot colder, get -10 and things like that, you know, happy days, you get more traction, you get rid of moisture. But as it is at the moment, it's horrible, it really is. I can feel this is going to be all the way across, only 300 miles of it. Happy days. Well, bit by bit, I suppose. Little by little. Now what they should do is have big hedges all the way along here, and then we wouldn't have this problem, or build a big wall. There you go. Job sorted. Yeah, or if it was just all snowed up, that would probably be better than this shit. I don't know really. If you do slide, you get a grip again before you hit the bank, hopefully, because you should go to the left. Shouldn't you? Yeah, maybe. Bloody winter. Not so bad on the other side. Oh no, they've got a bit as well. There'll be no heroics today, that's for sure. Not. We're stopping for some lunch up here anyway. Lunch and a cup of tea. Hopefully when we come back out it'll all have gone, won't it? Maybe not. See, this is a problem as well. You've got cars coming past you, which always makes me really nervous when they don't seem to slow down or anything. All you need is one of them to start dancing about. That's how slippy it is. Stopped to have a piss at the top of the slip road here, and that car's just gone off right there. They look all right. Somebody's walking down. Is that the patrol trooper? Yeah. So I can carry on. There's no point in going over there. Oh dear. It doesn't look too bad. Well, I'm a couple of hundred miles on from before, and we're still doing the same shit. And I tell you, these tyres on the front, they're Bridgestones, but wow, man, these are terrible. It is bad temperatures at the moment. It's just hovering on the freezing, so it's going to be super slippy there. But these tyres are washing out all the time. I'm getting front end slides like it's going out of fashion. Luckily, we managed to pull it back each time, but it's not. Doesn't give you a lot of confidence in the front end. I'll tell you, it really is a bit shitty. So we've got 151 miles, and then I head south, so then the drifts should stop, obviously, because it won't be coming across the road. Well, because it's blowing up from the southeast, this wind, which is hammering my fuel. Jesus, that side wind in half. So I'm taking a knock on that. Oh my God, we're going backwards. But I'm an owner-operator, me. Oh, check me out on my leather seats. No messing here. No messing at all. Look, Peterbilt driver as well. Check me out. These are comfy. Oh man, they are comfy. Doesn't matter if I'm not making any money, does it? Does it? I've got some cheap fuel anyway at Casey's garage, which is up here. I think it's 380 something. So we'll pull a little bit of money back there, a bit cheaper fuel. You don't know whether which way to go for the best for stay in the lane, not stay in the lane. Off it. It's okay to be nervous on the snow and shit like that. If somebody isn't nervous, then I think they're either telling lies or they are bloody dangerous. If somebody says, "Oh, don't bother me driving," I've got to go. It's dispatch. Got me a Dallas, which is only a little ways. It's north 90 miles, so it's adding. I am going backwards. I didn't even think of that. 90 mile, that's nearly 200 mile extra on it. But it's paying 2,300. I'm just, get off this low. I don't really want to do one of these again. It's just not unless you can get, if you can get the $1,000 coming down from home, either 1,500 over to Eastern Washington or $1,000 down to Seattle or something like that. Then it makes a huge difference. Then you're up in the 190s, $2 a mile. But as it happens now, I'm going to be lucky if I'm scraping round trip 170, 175 a mile. So basically that's 70 to 75 cents to me. But I own a operator, check the fucking webbles, What the hell, eh? Owner operator. Captains. I'm the captain. I'm the captain of the vessel. So that's good. This is annoying as well. Ice lumps. I can't get over those. You see those? They will smash my spoiler. Because it's that low. It would be more expense. Oh, it gets better. The windscreen's got a 2 crack in it. As well. That's another 3. So we're icing up a little bit because it's thawing out. Like I say, the temperature, it's not, that's what's making it super slippy. We've got a bit of, I need to get under there and get that shit off there. That's really pulling down the floor. Need a big stick. Little me will have to crawl under there, why? It's rare going on. somebody's done. How fucking fast was the ramp to do that? The loading dock. Fuck me. No, it wasn't me. That's nice, isn't it? White fucking stick. I can't stop that. Fucking weather. I just fucking work summer and... Oh, oops. Now I'm going to run over that. Maybe that wasn't one of my brightest moves, was it? Oh, God. Got full moon on, haven't we? I like to check to make sure things aren't hanging off me wires, like the... That's going to start up. Oh, I can't be doing... Oh, look at this. Check this out. What do you think of this? It's not... I think I need to redesign that a little. This is my cover, obviously, as it's going along. It'll push in there. I do have patent rights for this, so don't be copying. That isn't the finished product yet. She's running as cold as anything, so I'll try and keep some heating. Try and get the fuel up. Fucking this! Fucking weather. No, not happening. Not happening. Nope. Shit! That poor little ears. Holy shit. No, that wasn't good. Oh, now I'm coming to the end of the 90 before I turn south on the 29, and it's been all the way across, all the way right up to the end. I'm another 39 mile away until I start heading south, and it's been like this, drifts on and off all the way across. Horrible. I suppose, I don't know, it's because when you got the drifts, you want to press on. And then there's been a couple of times I've come over a hill and it's all been snowed over in front of me, and I overcooked it into one of them a bit, but we got over it. It's a bit arse nipping at times. It's just because it's at that horrible temperature. Normally through South Dakota it's super cold. You know, you've got minus 16, minus 25s and things like that, so everything's dried out, super nice. But not on this occasion. We're hovering around the 30 to 35 Fahrenheit, which is what, just on the freezing there, just above the freezing below, you know, up and down. So that's when you get your really dangerous temperature, which makes everything horrible, like super slippy and shitty. There's been quite a few vehicles gone off the road. Luckily they were all alright, they were all upright and things like that. It just catches people out, because obviously you come off a bit like this, you slow down a bit, then you get your foot down a bit, next minute before you know it, you're on it again. People coming a bit too hot-headed, like matey there. Oh fuck, I don't like the look of that. No, I knew that was going. I knew that. Oh fuck, now I've got to try and stop. Oh come on, hold on to it, hold on to it. Well, that was a shitty time for the video to go off. Battery went down. He did well there, did he? Bless him, him or she. I just tell you, you know, I could see. You gotta fucking anticipate to speculate all the time. Expect the unexpected. Every time you gotta think for people around you. You know, you could easily, if I hadn't shut off, I could have been alongside of there. Then it'd have crouched there, room for moving about and being able to straighten up. Before you know it, they'd have been in the middle and maybe over to the other side. It could have been fucking really, really bad, naughty from that. But no, they did well. They held on to it. Like I say, it's you can just see what, anticipate what's going to happen. Let me get the hell off this crap. You got to keep going though. You know, I heard some people, just pack up, just pack up and forget it. My advantages is why I aren't packing up right now is because I've got the daylight on my side, so that is, you know, everybody's making me cringe now. I've got the daylight, so it's a lot better to be driving it at night. As everybody knows, well, majority of people, things get worse on a night. Weather usually comes in. If it's going to come in, it's going to come in worse on a night. So I want to get on as far as I can in the daylight. If it does start to snow heavy, I've got the advantage. I've done a bit more, and I've got that. I could park up now and think I'll try it tomorrow, but then I'd need to set off like 4 in the morning or something ungodly hour like that. dicky dark, and you don't know what's in store, so make the most of it. At the moment I've got this, so this isn't a total white over or anything, and I can move forward in it, even if I do go a little bit slower and things like that. Every forward motion is better than no motion. That's why I always think, you know, we're making progress, we're slowly getting towards. And I've got my back load, which is head dropping down to Dallas, so I don't have to come back this way. Thank goodness. I was impressed with them. They did very well on that, didn't they? That's the difference when you get people who are used to the weather out here. And you know, it's good that you get really bad weather all the time, every year. Really, really cold weather. Compared to when the weather hits, the shit hits the fan in, say, Texas, for example, and you've got a shit show, you've got people all over the place and not really knowing what they're doing. But, you know, it's only practice. It's not their fault because they don't have the weather, you know. You can't say good and bad drivers, but, you know, if you have the weather, it's like ice skating. If you go ice skating, you know how to ice skate. If you don't ever go ice skating and you go for the first time, you aren't going to know. By the look of the way that guy held on to that, he's been in a little bit like that before. There was no brake action. He wasn't jumping on the brakes or anything like that. He was spot on. It was really well done. It is very easy in circumstances like that to jump on the brakes. It's a natural thing. It's like falling over and trying not to put your hands out to save yourself. Not pressing the brakes when you jump onto and start sliding, because your whole body, everything is telling you, your head's telling you, slow the fuck down, stop this thing right now. And you know, you can't. If you do jump on the brakes, I can guarantee you will end up in trouble. There's no two ways about it. You're going to end up getting worse off. Oh, another 33 mile. It's going to be a lot better. Bloody wind and things. Look at it. I've only got another 3 hours as well. I'm going to get to where I'm fueling up, get some fuel in there, and then, which is about 100 mile or so down. That'll see me then. I've got fueled at 3.75 a gallon, so I found some cheap fuel. That will get me to my destination, or there about Virginia, and it's not too bad in the price over there either, so that'll be good. Jobs are good, so I should be able to do the round trip with without on under $4 a gallon fuel, because going back into Dallas, I know obviously Texas fuel's cheaper, so I'll be under $4 a gallon there, and then I'll fuel up just before I get to just into New Mexico, Russell's there, where that's cheap. That's down at 3.70 or something like that, I think, at the moment. And that'll get me all the way over to Oregon, Jubits, not Jubits, that'll get me to Oregon and, oh god, what's it called? Megaspace, where that's under 4 as well. That'll get me home and back out again. Jobs are good. Forward thinking, forward planning, save the pennies. The pounds and the dollars will look after themselves, apparently, or the wife will look after them. Morning. As you can see, it hasn't got much better. How do I close that? This morning, I'm in Iowa now, just over the state line, and just putting things away and just getting ready to set off and stuff. And here we go. Look. So there's the see little old me in there. Is it moving or not? I was looking at this at 6 o'clock this morning, and it was meant to be changing. So we're just hovering above the freezing, round the freezing mark, 31 Fahrenheit, and it's this should be gone. This should be turning to rain. So the further I go down south, it should change. But we know they have lied to us before, haven't they? Bloody weather thing. I was hoping I was going to get out of it. At least listen, we ain't got drifting here, and it's the main road is clear for now. Fingers crossed. Crack on. Look where I'm at, and here we are, as if by magic. Poof, we're in Iowa truck stop. I'm meeting with Dave. Dave lives up near Winnipeg, up that way, or something or other, forget what they call it. Look, that's a nice greeny one, isn't it? And I think he's an owner operator from London, out of the south. He's got a... That's pretty, isn't it? That Kenworth, that looks nice. I like that thing he's got going on. I like that a lot. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I might have to have a picture of that. I like the... that sun visor. That is a cool sun visor. Hell yeah. Oh man, I'm all over that sun visor. Where is he? He's somewhere up here with a step and a blade on it or something, facing the pumps, he says. I think I've gone in the wrong bit. I'm on the wrong side. I mean, we can do a bit of a thingy through here. That's not a blade, that's he's got a big bad boy Peterbilt. Facing the pumps, it says. So I presume this is facing the pumps, is it? Or the other side? Might be the other side. Probably the other side, with him being he's 14 foot wide, so it shouldn't be difficult to see, should it? Dave, you on here? Warmed up, 37, 38 degrees Fahrenheit. What's that? It's above the freezing, so that's nice. It's a nice Western Star. I do like that shape one on the right there. That looks brand new. I was told you to stop doing those, but I keep seeing brand new ones about and what have you. That is pretty. Very narrow inside though, the cabs, but very nice. Big blade opposite the pumps. Can't remember what colour his truck is. I ain't seen it. Face it. Ah, that'll be the green meanie there. Look at that, look at that. With the, well, I didn't know what a scraper was. My idea of a scraper was I don't know, a scraper. I don't understand them bloody big, whatever they're called, things. You know what I mean?
Turn right on West Iowa 80 Road, then take the first left.
I thought a scraper's a scraper. Get down here. Spin. It looks like, I don't know, I was thinking of a blade, you know, it's going to be a blade, but obviously not. We don't get these wide loads. If it don't go in the back of the trailer, it ain't going on my thing, innit? Check out that. This is Dave from London. He lives up in Canada, bloody freezing. Look at that green Monster. That's the beast, innit, that? They are huge, look at it. They're fucking... Look at it. They really are. I suppose you've got a gear stick as well, haven't you?
Oh, of course I have.
Fucking proper man truck.
Yeah.
Real man, they are nice. And that's a scraper, apparently.
Right, that's a scraper, yeah.
I was looking for a blade.
No, that goes on one of them, a dumper truck thing.
Okay.
You know, without a body on it.
And how much is one of them worth?
I don't know how much it worth. It's quite a lot of money. About half a million there, sitting there.
Shit. Where do you put that on eBay? What do you say? Holy shit.
Anyway, it's 20 tonne as well, right? So
20 ton?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not bad then. Oh, you got lockers and everything going on in there? Yeah, see, this is the thing with our trucks, we don't have the lockers, and even, you know, you put that diff lock in, which is a diff lock, it still works all fucking stupid, really. They're not.
You only work on one axle, this one's
Yeah,
so
you can lock everything in there, the lot, and it makes things so much easier, doesn't it? You won't get stuck with, well, you could, but...
We can't do it, we're not allowed to on the snow without.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. Abnormal loads and wide loads and things like that, as soon as there's any bad weather, but stop at the bottom of that mountain. We don't want the fat boys up there.
Yeah.
We don't want them fucking spinning out in front of us or anything, do we? Can we have a look inside?
Yeah.
It's dirty. Check that, it's dirty, he says. Whoa. It's got a gear stick, look at that. You notice how narrow they are, but the back are basically the same width and setup as what we have got going on here. But look,
You've got no, sit in the chair, you've got no vision out the front.
Look at that. Where's everybody gone? You can lose a small country down there. It is something though, but you get used to that, I suppose. It's like anything, these seats are nice. These are fucking nice. You have, oh, you like the wobbly effect. We've got the wobble back with the forwards. I can't do that one.
It don't really wobble much.
But look at, let me just look at this. Look at that. How narrow they are and everything. But I mean, they are finished off nicely. They are finished off absolutely beautiful. They really are. And we've got a bit of a wooden floor going on. And
it's got a wood floor for it.
yeah. I like those. You pay for what you get though. Fucking hell, I nearly bumped into that great big thing. Look at that. Jesus Christ, man. Sounds nice though. So we're going to go into the truck stop, get something to eat, and we'll catch up with you guys later. Onwards we go. That was great to meet Dave and have the crack. We really had a good laugh there. Stories of the usual stories of the old days and things like that. Because Dave did a lot of international as well and stuff like that. So we had the crack, and it is good food in there. That I-80, the truck stop, the actual restaurant, not the fast food part. The restaurant, it is worth the deal. They do a good meatloaf as well. I didn't have meatloaf this time. I had the, what did I have? I had hot roast. You stay there, mister. Holy boy. It was grand, yes. It is nice to get out and have the crack. I haven't actually been out for quite a bit, really. So on we go. Let's have a look at the lineup. What we got? Nothing super pretty here. And we didn't buy anything. We've got out and there was no buying or anything, so that was pretty good, wasn't it? Escaped without spending money. Weather's warming up, so we might be able to take the... That looks good, the teeth on the truck there, that's cool. Like on the old aeroplanes. Yeah, so we might be able to take the winter look off. Maybe tomorrow. Uh, 810 miles to go. We'll oh, this is my next thing now. I'm looking at fuel. I've got 3/4 of a tank, or just under 3/4 of a tank. I need to get some fuel now. So I basically got, this is what I was saying, you've got to forward thinking, forward planning. You know, it might only save me 80 bucks, but 80 bucks is 80 bucks, isn't it? If I leave that sounds nice. Sweet. Are you going in here? Well, I'm coming out anyway. If I don't fill up in these states here, Iowa or my next state across, prices start to go up a bit. Or I could actually leave it, and I've got enough fuel to get actually to where I'm going. But if I do that, fuel prices over there are at $4.50, $4.45 and things like that. Whereas over here, they're at $3.65. We've seen them and stuff like that. So it's worth fueling right up now, or somewhere pretty close. I need to do maybe another 110 mile. Get off, so get it down to 600 mile, then fuel right up. I'll have enough to get me delivered, and then get back into Georgia, where fuel prices will be back down to 350s, 380s and things like that before I have to fuel up again. So, you know, forward planning. Otherwise you just I fell unstuck last time. I left it too late, and I ended up paying $4.45 or something like that for fuel, which we don't want that, do we? Being a tight Yorkshireman, we want the cheap fuel. Yes, we do. There we go. Onwards and upwards. So we've just been stopped by the police. Good God, it's a right going. Oh, I think we've got two coming up on us here. Here we go. Let's see what's happening. A full vehicle inspection job going on. There's two of them at the side of the road, so we're getting it's just taken my paperwork off. It's already checked my logs and things like that, so it's just the full check. They'll do the tires, all the other things. They're going to check the VIN on the side of my. He's checking the VIN now. Check all that out, the insurance and stuff like that. That's twice in 2 days. I ain't been stopped in probably 2 years or something like that. And all of a sudden, twice in two days. It can't be the piece of cardboard either, because I've taken that off the front. It's not that that's pulling me in or something like that. Got to remember, you've got to leave it on log. When you get a stop and a routine stop and things like this, you've got to leave it all on, the VIN's on the door. Yep. You got it. Yeah, you've got to leave it on log, because obviously you can't sneak a little bit of a rest in here or something like that. So we just keep it all like this, and everything should be happy, shouldn't it? Exactly. Shouldn't it?
We'll be out of here before too long.
Yeah. It must be because the weather's changing and getting warmer why I'm getting stopped in 2 days. 2 years I haven't been stopped, and all twice in 2 days. So he'll come back in a minute with all my thingies. Hopefully. While he's back there doing my paperwork and my inspection and shit like that, we'll quickly make a cup of coffee. We've got another 4 hours to do, that's all we're going to do. I open the door to the police. Now, you don't have to. You can just crack the window. It's all this fucking, you've seen all this shit on YouTube. It annoys the shit out of me. I don't have a problem at all in being stopped and routine check. There's too many people running heaps of shit out there on the roads with no insurance and dodgy shit like that. I don't want them out there round near me and stuff like that, and cutting corners and what have you. We've all cut corners somewhere along the way and stuff like that, but you know, you've got to keep it right. You really have. So when I get stopped, I'll make sure they can see me and stuff like that. I'm opening the door. I ain't bothered about them being in here. You can refuse them to be in here and things like that, all that. Why make a thing? They've stopped you. It ain't going to go away. It ain't going to all of a sudden say, oh, fuck you, if you're hostile to them or something like that. It ain't going to help. He's got a job to do. I've got a job to do. The quicker we both get sorted, we're all on our way and the job's done. You know what I mean? So it's not, I know some people say, oh, that's been ass licking and stuff like that. It's not. It's just fucking, just get on and let them get the job done so we can all get on our way. It's not very nice on the side of the hard shoulder, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? So hopefully we won't be too long, and well, I know it won't be too long, because he said it's a level 3 is this one, which it isn't. I don't think that's the inspection of the, no, that's not inspection of the vehicle, that's just insurance, medical card, license, fuel tax, all that malarkey on the truck and stuff. So, you know, happy days will soon be gone, and I'll have a new friend. No, absolutely brilliant. Apart from, we'll need a selfie.
Alright, that works. All right.
Thank you very much, sir.
Be careful up ahead. We're
Good
supposed to get some
respect for you
nasty
guys.
weather, so.
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to get out of it.
Yeah,
I've had
it's
a
supposed to start snowing,
fucking
so.
hell of a trip coming across.
Hey,
it's been the worst through South Dakota ever.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've gone through that for a few years now, and this time, because the temperature rose up, usually it's super cold, so it's nice, it takes all the moisture out.
Exactly.
Fucking brilliant. This time it was hovering above freezing, snow drifts, cars going off, man, it was horrible.
Just be
going
careful
on.
up ahead because it's supposed to turn to snow and ice, so just heads up on that.
I had to, but like I say, I've only got 700 miles to do, so
Okay, great.
and I don't have to be there till Monday, so.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, my boss wanted to know what your YouTube channel was. So.
We W-E-E, as in wee little in Scottish, Yorkshire man.
Okay. All
You
right.
got it?
Yeah, he'll take a look at it. So, all right, sir. Have a good night, all right?
Thank you very much. See you later.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
Jobs are good, and guys, all sorted. Let's go make some money. Yeah, I don't agree with a lot on the YouTube and things like that. I see people ripping the piss and trying to state the law, and they know the law better than the policeman, and they're saying the rights and shit like that. Let me get moving on the acid. And it's just like, fucking, you know, I don't know the law. I don't start preaching about something like a lot of people say, like John Anker seems to think that I'm a know-it-all, but hey, that's been said before. But I don't know enough about the law to start preaching at the side of the road or anywhere, basically. And apart from that, he told me he was an ex-Marine as well, so I ain't messing with somebody like that. Joking aside, no, he knows it. I've always explained this before. If you do get a fine as well, say you get for something and you don't think it's your fault or something like that, do not argue at the side of the road. Don't do it. Just take it on the chin and get on with it. You can argue it later in court if you think something's wrong. But he said everything was great. Oh, he's got his chief with him as well in there, his Capitan, who wanted to know my YouTube channel. So more subscribers. Yeah, get it sorted out. Get on there. They're doing a job. We're doing a job. We all have to live together and do it. We're all in the same wheel.